Hey everyone, welcome back. Glad you can make it. I'm Maximum Dad, and the kids are in bed, so that means it's game time. Tonight we're going to continue with episode 4 of our Randy randomized RimWorld Let's Play. When we last left off, previous episode, we had a raider come visit us from the sky, Mr. Stin here, and he's kind of angry at Kristoff. We can only assume that Kristoff was bad mouthing his mother or something, and Stin therefore did not like it very much. So we're gonna have to defend ourselves. I was a dummy last time and accidentally, I thought I pressed pause, but I did not, and allowed Stin to get quite close, much closer than I would have liked. But you know, as an avid YouTube watcher myself, looking up various Let's Plays from different people, it's very easy to sit there in your chair and be like, you know what, so and so, you should have done that. You should have been paying more attention. You should have done. Yes, it's very easy to lose track of what you're trying to do when you're trying to make videos and play the game at the same time. So I totally understand what that's like. It does make things a little more difficult. But having said that, let's go ahead and deal with the problem at hand. So, Stin is getting a little too close. I've been thinking about ways to deal with this, because we have a major break risk here with Olaf. Olaf is not too happy. He's dealing with his smoke leaf. He's got a smoke leaf dependence, and he's only got a third of the way through of quitting cold turkey. So he's understandably not happy. He's got a few other bad thoughts here that we could, definitely work to get rid of here soon. But I kind of need him because he's definitely our best shooter, and I think what I'm gonna try to do is lure Stin away with Kristoff. So I'm gonna draft him. I'm gonna press R and draft him, and then I'm gonna start kind of making my way down south. And then I'm gonna get Olaf out of bed just because I need the defense here. And then Diaper, I mean, I gotta draft him and send him over here too, but I fear he's probably too far away to make any difference. But we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna put it on speed 1. And Kristoff, you're going the wrong way. I guess go that way. Okay, Olaf got a pretty good shot off. Let's see if we can squeeze out another. No. So let's see if Olaf can come down here. Okay, let's. Now this is the part of the game where, like, in order to keep people from losing anything, we have to kind of micromanage some stuff. And so I'm going to be continually pausing and unpausing while I kind of kite him. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right. So we got him down. Olaf's still stressed out. Where are we? So we're at 8 o'clock in the morning. Shoot, we just missed joy time. Though I think Olaf is okay. Yeah, he's pretty good on joy, so and Kristoff, he got a couple. Okay, he got hurt, but these are definitely recoverable injuries. Another thing too is we have a fox wandering near our base. I'm thinking maybe since we just have, let's see if Diaper. No, I want Olaf to eat. But I want to take care of this fox before I'm off concentrating on something else, and the fox decides that our guys look pretty tasty. So we're going to have Kristoff come over here. I'll put Kristoff here. Now, when you're defending or you're attacking, you want to make good use of cover. So trees give good cover. Chunks give cover. Not as good as trees. And you can check their cover effectiveness. So this tree has a cover effectiveness of 25%. This chunk, I click on info. It's cover effectiveness of 50. So it turns out that chunks, I could have sworn that was the other way around, but anyways, this will do for our purposes. So we'll have the fox get a little close. No, I don't want to melee, I want to fire. And here I want to fire. So the fox is running away, which is fine. But let's have him fire again. And so if nothing else happens to the fox, he will die in 20 hours, or she will die in 20 hours. But I just want to make sure that... No, let's not shoot Olaf here. In fact, I'll have Olaf go this way. Oh, there we go. So that's taken care of. Let's see, how's our kitchen doing? So the kitchen's back to freezing, which is good. So one of our colonists hopefully will haul the fox into the freezer to be frozen so that we don't, it doesn't deteriorate and it doesn't rot. So the raid's done. Kristoff needs to be treated. We have the medical sleeping spot here. So yeah, we survived our first harmful incident pretty well. I mean, obviously it could have been better without, faffing about on the world map and not having it pause when I thought I had it paused. But we handled that pretty well. So now that's all that's left to do is, oh, and I know last time I forgot to, where is it? So last time I had some areas that didn't put home, so I went in between last episode and this one and updated the home areas so that, repair and cleaning will get done. So I did that. But now it's just, let's, have things progress. Now, usually, what you want to do is, I'm going to pause it here. Now, Stin, at this point in the game, Stin would be a pretty useful pawn to any budding colony. He's got double passion in quite a few areas, artistic. He would be a great cook. He would help Elsa with growing, and he's also got a minor passion in crafting. So we could, use him as, we start to make items here coming up, approaching the mid game. He is decent in melee, but again, I tend to not employ a lot of melee fighters when defending or attacking. He is industrious, so global work speed is... So this guy would be definitely useful. My only reservations are his older age. He's more likely to develop health problems as time goes on. And he's also abrasive. So what I may want to do is stick him with the night shift so he's not dealing with anybody. But as of right now, I just don't have a prison area. Although, you know what? I could put a door here. In fact, I'll do that for now. I'll put a door here. So any enclosed area... well, I need to build that. So, let's see, when will he die? 5.7 hours. I don't know if that's long enough. Kristoff's got pretty minor injuries. I'll prioritize building the wall and building this door. I'll put him on... So hopefully we can get this kind of area built before... I don't know if that's going to happen. So you know what? I'm going to use Elsa's room then as our makeshift prison. And all you need to do to make a room as a prison is you get an enclosed space, and just as basic as putting a sleeping spot down and then just hitting the 4 prisoners. So you can see that yellow or orange outline. This now marks this room as a prison room. I'll cancel this moving of the bed for right now, and I'll have Diaper capture Stin. So what he's going to do is take Stin and bring him here to hopefully get treated, and maybe, and then so if I want Stin to be recruited to my colony, I'm going to go in the prisoner tab and I'm going to go chat and recruit. And right now I have the minimum medicine care sent to herbal, which is fine because we're going to be getting a lot of herbal medicine here soon, and that's kind of like the lowest quality medicine you can have without actually using medicine to treat. So that's fine. We'll put it at chat and recruit. So our warden, Kristoff, he will be the one trying to recruit Stin, and it also builds up his social skills. So every time he talks, it might take a while to recruit Stin, but we've got a pretty good, we're in no hurry, and at the very least, Kristoff will train his social skill. So Elsa's going to treat Stin's injuries here. So it'll take, the scar doesn't go away. The shattered tibia is going to affect his movement, I think. But other than that, he should recover fine from his injuries. We'll just keep him in this makeshift prison here. And then Kristoff's going to go get healed. So, and then we still got Olaf dealing with his issues. But he's got a bedroom. And one of the things we should probably take care of soon is the worn out apparel. But I need this stuff to kind of get done. And I've got like 5 things going on at the same time that need to get done right now. And so he's also greedy for an impressive bedroom. There's really nothing I can do about that right now. Or at least in the immediate future. So hopefully we're just going to have to cross our fingers and hope that Olaf doesn't break. And he's going to go to sleep, which should help. Kristoff, he's urgently hungry, which should get taken care of here shortly. And they're all hot. So that should change when I start making dusters for everyone. So yeah, we got nighttime, so everybody's resting. Stin's getting healed. We haven't had Kristoff come visit him yet. Kristoff he's healing, so it won't take long for him to heal up. So yeah, we survived that pretty well. Now all we got to do is get these bedrooms built. You know what? Here's a limestone club. I'm going to have Elsa pick that up since she's a brawler, and that way she can at least help out with defense. And, we got a thunderstorm here. Thankfully it's rainy, so we don't have to worry about fire because the rain will automatically put out fires. Not sure if that volume is a little too loud, but it shouldn't last too long. We got some animals wandering through our base. Thrumbo's still around. Let's see how those beavers doing. Yeah, see how this area is kind of thinned out? They may have gone. No, there's still an alpha beaver here. So they're kind of moving. So they've actually done some pretty good work here along the bottom part of the map. But again, like they're still... I've never actually let alpha beavers live long enough to see what would happen on a map like this. So I'm gonna keep them going and see if they can thin out these trees a little bit more. We got food coming in. We're good on. We should have good harvest here coming soon. Now another thing too I need to keep an eye on is I haven't actually harvested any cotton. But as you can see, a couple of these plants have had to be replanted because I have wild animals wandering into my growing zones and eating the plants. So it's not that big of a deal since it's just cotton and the rice grows so fast it's not. But maybe I might want to... But see, Olaf's our only hunter and I don't want him far away from our base just due to his low mood. So... But again, thankfully we have tons of joy and the very low expectations and very comfortable balancing all the bad things out. Yeah, that greedy is going to hurt. Smoke Leaf, again, like he's about 40% of the way through, so we just kind of have to suck it up and hope that he gets rid of that sooner rather than later. But it'll probably take a couple more days. Or maybe another quadrum. Because time doesn't work the same as it does here on Earth. The seasons are called quadrums. So you have Jugust, which is June, July, and August. So each month is kind of a season. And so this is summer, pretty much. And Kristoff has gotten food poisoning from Simple Meal. So... what that means is because there's vomit here and it's close to our cooking bench, that's probably why he got food poisoning. So I may want to shift duties around. So I want Olaf to do cleaning. So he's going to do cooking maybe I want cooking second. So I want him cutting plants first. I want him cleaning after that, which he's doing now. And then after he's done cleaning, but it's just this room though, so maybe I set that back down at 2 after he's done cleaning. So we got another bedroom ready. I'm gonna put Elsa in this one. Turn the bed around because I like the beds up against the wall. We've got plenty of wood now. At least a lot of wood coming in. We're set on meals. Because meals, if they're not refrigerated, they spoil in about 3 days, which is why you kind of want that 3 meal per colonist rule. Because they'll usually eat the meals within 3 days, and then every time you make a new meal, it refreshes the stack. So let's say you have a stack of like meals that are going to spoil in a day, and then you make a batch of new meals, well, that'll reset the stack to 3 days. So that's kind of helpful to know. We need to get these deconstructed. I'm going to put wood flooring in the hallway here. I'm also going to put wood flooring here. Now, one of the mods I'm running is called Fluffy's Breakdowns, which basically, in the vanilla game, everything has a chance to break down, and so in order to repair it, you have to use up components. Well, with the Fluffy's Breakdowns, it's an awesome mod. You don't have to use components to fix things that break, but your constructors do have to go out on like maintenance duty. So I think that's a pretty good way of balancing out. And I just didn't like the idea of having to use up components when you really shouldn't. And see, now Randy's just telling me, hey, give Olaf his smoke leaf. I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna hurt now, but in the long run, it'll pay off. Because what if something happens later on that I need his addiction kicked, and I just don't have the time. You never know what's going to happen later. And we just survived our first raid. Now, again, another one could come here at any moment, because Randy's, that's just how he is. But, I mean... Oh, now we got rebuffed by Elsa. Great. Yeah, I'd really like this... But he's almost halfway there. So we put in the time. We're gonna see it through. How's Stin doing? Yeah, Kristoff's doing his best, trying to convince Stin the error of his ways, and join our colony. So let's get another. Now I'm gonna use the planning tool. So I don't want to block this exhaust. So I'm going to put like a hallway here, and then I'm going to do 6 by 6 there, and then 6 by 5, because that's 6. I'm going to screw myself up. So I want 7, because I want an interior of 5 by 5, so I'm going to put that here. Yeah, there we go. That way I just won't. See, on swamp, you can't build nice things because we got all this swampland. Well, you know what? This is where it's going to go. We're going to do the best we can for now. Yeah, see, I can't even fill up that room. And if I try to put something here, it just doesn't want to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way across, then up. That's the best we're going to get. At least we know kind of about where we're going to put. And we're going to have microelectronics basics research here shortly, but we need to clear out some room because it's going to give us a new research bench. And that one's going to be bigger than the wooden one. So I'll probably just put that right here and just deconstruct this one. But Let's see, where's Elsa at with her growing? Because I know once she hit 8. Okay, now she's at 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disallow sowing for this. So when this gets to 100% and ready to harvest, it'll get harvested, but the new crop won't be planted because I don't want to plant heel root now and replace these. I just want a new crop of rice coming in. Yeah, Olaf's, we're just hanging on that edge there. Usually these tick marks are about good indicators about when they'll break mentally. This one is their minor break threshold. This one is their major break threshold, and this one is their extreme break threshold. And those bars will change depending on, what kind of... Oh, pause. We have a new recruit, Stin. Let's go into his work tab. So I want Olaf to concentrate on cleaning and then hauling and hunting, whereas Stin, he'll be my cook. I don't need him to focus on handling, and more doctors is never a bad thing, so I'll do that. I'll put that at 1. I'll put all these at 1. He's not a good warning. He is a good cook, and then I want him to cook first, and then I want him to grow second. And he's also a good crafter, but we don't need a tailor because we have Diaper and Kristoff as our default tailors, but I do want him doing like smith jobs and crafting jobs. Maybe he'll be our like go-to guy for hauling after he's done growing and cooking. But those are pretty like time-intensive jobs depending on where they fall. So I don't need Kristoff as that cook, so I don't want him cooking before smithing and crafting. All right, let's go with that, and then let's look at... So, because he's abrasive, I want him working the night shift. And was anybody else abrasive? Yes, Diaper is abrasive as well. So, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal, so I'll just copy and paste here. But if you get someone with the Night Owl trait, what you do is you just flip these schedules, and the sleep starts at 10, because that's when the Night Owl trait kicks in, and if that pawn isn't asleep by then, they'll get a debuff and say, hey, Night Owl is awake during the day, or Night Owl is awake during the daytime. So that the daytime goes from like 10 to I think 17, and it ends at 6 o'clock in the evening. So it goes from 10 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. So if I wanted him to, I'll just do this really quick. So if I wanted him to have a Night Owl work schedule, I'd do something like this, and then I put the rest of these at work. So you know what? Let's have him be the night shift. Because that way he can tend to plants at night. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll build put this for. We don't need a prisoner room anymore, so we'll put. This is a hospital. I don't need a medical. I can't tell if that's. Yeah, so now it's a bedroom. So we'll put another bed in for him. This is Elsa. We'll assign it to Elsa just to make sure that she goes there. Yeah. And since I don't have these deconstructed, maybe like once Kristoff wakes up, I'll have this because right now there's no way for them to go from this area to this area. They have to go either out this way, or no, that's the only way they can go. They have to go out this way. And but once these walls get built, then basically they're trapped in here if these walls don't get deconstructed. So Stin's moving along. Let's see how he's doing health. So yeah, his moving is very poor because he doesn't have a tibia, and his right foot has a scar, so that kind of affects his moving. So he's at 36 moving. Yikes. I'm wondering if you wouldn't be better off with a peg leg. But in order to get peg leg, I need to install... Actually, I wonder if I go health and I go operations, add build, install peg leg. You know what? Let's do that. So let's install peg leg left leg. I think what that. Okay, so microelectronics basics is finished. So research screen. So I can't research moisture pump unless I put in a high-tech research bench. So what I'm going to do is deconstruct this. I'm going to production, and then here's our high-tech research bench. So let's do Olaf. We'll deconstruct this. And then we'll also, once he's done with that, I'll have him deconstruct this wall. So pawns, instead of going all the way around, we'll deconstruct that. And then we'll put in our high-tech research bench. And then we'll just move the stool up one. Now let's see Stin here, how that peg leg. Okay, so because he's unconscious, his moving is at none, so we won't be able to tell until he gets up and about. So we'll see how that goes. They're building this. Okay, so now he's no longer incapable of walking. Let's see if it tells us. So moving, it went from, I can't remember what it was, but poor is the step up. So yeah, instead of like 35, now it's 65. So that's definitely better. Yeah, so we'll keep it at that, and he'll wake up here shortly. And we're still having issues with Olaf. Okay, so we're past halfway, so we just got a little bit to go. And then once this rice crop gets harvested, okay, so we got our first cotton crop in. 342 cloth. So we just need this room to get finished next so we can kind of clear out some stuff. Okay, research is back up. So now let's do moisture pumps. And once... So we'll get that started tomorrow. And then Stin's working on hauling stuff. Yeah, he's moving a lot faster now. And then when we get into like bionics, that'll definitely be something we replace. So let's get lamps in here. Actually, the first thing I want to do is install power cables all along here, because if you hide the power cables in the walls, if they're just like out in the open, they give off negative beauty. And so if they're in rooms, we obviously want the rooms to be as good looking as possible. And so by putting the conduits in the walls, if we have stone walls, they're less likely to burn, because steel does burn, and these conduits are made out of steel, so they will burn if they're uncovered. If they're in walls, they won't burn. So we're going to put lights here at every corner to lighten up the room and make things more enjoyable in there. And then once they're connected to the power lines, they'll definitely help. And light affects manipulation, so hopefully we shouldn't have issues with food poisoning, or we'll have better quality meals as well. Okay, that room just got brightened up, which is great. Yeah, and then once we get... I'll mine these little corners out so they have a complete 5x5 room here. Yeah, so we recovered from that raid pretty nicely. You know what? I don't want him in that sleeping spot. I want him in a bed. And since we're making normal beds now, I'm gonna build a copy here. I'm gonna put that down here, and then once that bed gets built, because we have 5 total colonists now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total built beds. I don't want them sleeping on sleeping spots. So once this gets built, I'll deconstruct one of these. And then, so this one's Elsa's, this one's Olaf's. So this one will be, let's give Kristoff this one. Actually, let's see how their moods are. Yeah, I mean, they're both kind of the same level as far as moods go. Although Kristoff's higher right now. Stin's doing his hauling job admirably with a peg leg, nonetheless. Keep on, man. Okay, so I don't think there are any more hauling jobs left for him to do after that. So what's he gonna focus on? What do I have him focusing on? He has, so he's a cook, but we've reached our quota for meals for now. So all he has left to do is, so yeah, so I'll put research at 4. That way, if he's got nothing left to do, he can at least like help research along somewhat. Yeah, there he goes. And then because he's got the night shift, once Elsa wakes up and has her breakfast, Stin should be getting into his joy period and then heading off to bed. So that way at least we kind of have research going pretty much all day. So that's good. Yeah, we're still Olaf. Okay, 56. I mean, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but slowly. And then we have a flash storm. Uh-oh. So a freak localized flash storm is striking a small area with lightning. This can cause massive fires. Yes, it can. So this can be very scary. But yeah, because there's no rain during a flash storm, so you know what? Better safe than sorry. What I'm going to do is to force them to put out fires. I'm going to create a home area around this, and you see now I have this alert for fire. Yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm just going to home area all of this because I want these fires put out. I don't want them reaching my base just because, like, if I wasn't building with wood, I would be like, that's no big deal, and maybe just kind of babysit it if it got too close to my fields. And there is a in-game mechanic that if there's just like fire all over the screen, pretty much, the game will kick in and start raining, just to kind of like help put the fires out, because not only is it a healthy FPS drop, it can be gamed in certain ways, so to kind of act as a barrier against that gaming of the system. The game kicks in some rain to help put the fires out, but let's just do it now. Yeah, they're coming down, so I want to make sure. Who knows? Maybe like it's just too big, anyways. Although I don't want, I don't want Olaf doing it because he's about ready to break, so I don't want him too far away from anything. I want him staying near my colony, so I'm going to turn off firefighting for now. Maybe I don't need to firefight this, just the outer ones, because the inner ones will eventually run themselves out, and maybe I just let this one go. So I want, let's do this. Let's do that. And we'll let these ones in the middle kind of burn themselves out because they have nowhere to go. Yeah, see, it's spreading. But yeah, I think if I just control these two groups of fire. Dear sir or madam, fire. I'll just put it over here with the rest of the fire. Yeah, see, I want to get these kind of taken care of ASAP. Now, crap. Now we're dealing with it because they've stayed up all night putting these fires out. So I'm going to go into... Okay, that's great. So yeah, we'll just let this one run out. How do I want to handle this? So now they're all in bad moods. Maybe Stin can... Stin asleep though? Where's Stin? No, he's down here. So maybe I'll just put... For everybody else, we'll take firefighting off, and we'll just have Stin do it all by his lonesome. Yeah, because it's almost out. Because I want these guys, and I'll just put anything for right now, because I want them, if they're tired, I want them to go to sleep right now, or if they need joy, I want them to take care of that ASAP. So the anything just kind of like is like, hey, if you need joy, do it. If you need to go to sleep, do it. They'll kind of pick whatever one they need to do first. So yeah, there we go. I think we got that handled pretty well. And this one should just burn itself out because it's got nothing to burn around it. So I think we handled, and yeah, now everybody's... So once they kind of get their moods back, we'll put them back to regular schedules. Yeah, we just really need to get this room built. So we'll deconstruct this. Yeah, I don't want this area cleaned because it's, yeah. So the fire went out. Olaf's still 60%. I mean, we're just walking that razor's edge there. You know, will he break? Won't he? Let's move this light over there, and then we'll move power up through these walls, and then maybe we can get rid of this one. And then we'll start planting heal root here, because this is just one patch of rice that hasn't been harvested, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're okay. We've got a bunch of rice getting grown anyways. We got tons of wood. We may need to start focusing on getting more steel soon. We're low on components, but we have a patch of components, which is the compacted machinery. If you mine that out, you get components from it. We have a large deposit of steel right there. So, I mean, it's within reach. We have our bedrooms finished now. Although we do need one for diaper. I think diaper is bedroomless now. So we'll do that. Put the flooring in. One, two, three, four, 5, yes. I think this will be diapers. It's not assigned to them yet, just because like we took care of. So now we have some space here. So I'm going to deconstruct this table. I'm going to deconstruct these stools because we don't need them anymore. I want people eating meals here. And then this is now, we're going to move the battery over here. Then we're going to put some lights in. So I'm going to build copy here, build one there, and build one here. Put some wooden flooring in. So Stin is idle. But once Elsa goes to, oh yeah, because I didn't put their, so I'm going to do this. So now they're back on a, because their moods came up a little bit. So now I'm going to put them back on schedule. So Elsa should be going to, no, she's starting her day shift. So Stin should be going to bed here soon. So, all right, now that we have our crafting room kind of set up, we're going to start with an electric tailing bench. Now we have enough power. So what I'm going to do is, where's the stools? We're going to do stools for now. Once we get more cloth, I'll start doing armchairs. But wooden electric tailor bench, I don't know if you saw, but there is a hand tailoring bench that doesn't go as fast, or the work doesn't get completed as fast. So, yes, and then we'll just deconstruct this wiring right here. And then we're going to set up some bills. So the first bill, we want, let's make some pants, because I want to do until a certain amount. I want to do until 1. That way I know I always have a set of pants available and I have a t-shirt available. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll set to 1. I'm going to keep all the materials on for now. And then I'm going to add a duster. And I'm going to add a cowboy hat. Now, dusters made with cloth aren't that great. Plus, when we have alpaca wool coming in, I want them made with alpaca wool because it makes their temperature tolerance a lot better. And then I want, so who's our best crafter? So Diaper is definitely our best tailor. So I want him making the best dusters and cowboy hats. So I'm going to set the allowed crafting skill to 10. So anybody under the crafting skill of 10 is not going to be able to do this bill. And I'm going to do the same thing with a cowboy hat. And I'm going to set it at 10. But anybody can make pants, anybody can make t-shirts, because I want Olaf, he's still wearing worn out apparel. And so he has, I want these synthread pants replaced ASAP. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Assign, and I'm going to go to Manage Outfits. I'm going to select Outfit, and first I'm just going to do Worker, and I'm going to go Clear All, and I'm going to set the hit points at like 55 because I don't want them, messing around when it comes to poor, if you get holes in your pants. Now I know that's the fashion, putting holes in your jeans, and you pay $50 more for a pair of jeans with holes in them than you do, jeans that don't have holes in them. But on the RimWorld, they don't like holes in their jeans. So, and then we're going to leave this at any quality because at first, depending on who's going to be making our pants and shirts, they might be lower quality, but the important thing is as long as they're between 55 and 100 hit points, it won't be tattered. So that's fine. And then I'm going to put a duster, and then I'm going to go into headgear and cowboy hat. So I only want them wearing either a t-shirt, pants, or t-shirt, pants, duster, and cowboy hat when those get made, and I'm just going to apply that to everybody. So now what should happen, and I'm not going to do it to Olaf just yet because I don't have any pants that he can replace them with, and I think if he's not a nudist, because the nudist, they like walking around nude, obviously, but if non-nudist doesn't have pants on, they're going to receive a mood debuff. So, yeah. All right, so we handled that raid pretty good. We fought the fire and won, because that's what Smokey the Bear told us. Only we can prevent forest fires, and we did. Or at least we put out the forest fire. We got our bedrooms set up. We now have one bedroom for everybody, so that bad mood of dull barracks went away. Now there's other things that very tired, that'll go away because I just reacclimated them to their old schedule that they had, that I turned them off in order to fight the fire. So yeah, and then we got some clothing going on. We got a new research bench that our research is almost done. Oh, I just noticed this bear creeping up, so we gotta watch out for that. So in the next episode, we'll watch out for that. We'll expand our crafting capacity, and yeah. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't, we'll try to do better next time. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Same dad time, same dad channel. Thanks very much. See you later.